We welcome you to this broadcast of Ladies OHSAA Sectional Final Basketball Tournament action here on NKTelco Sports. We are at Sidney High School at the Hive, I learned today, where the Troy Christian Eagles are going to take on the Fort Loramie Lady Redskins. Tonight's game brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Copeland Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, Pratt Industries, New Knoxville Supply, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, and of course, our friends at NKTelco. Welcome, my name is Scott Fry. To my right, the effervescent Dave. Dave. Why can't I remember your last name, Dave?
Kanapke. I've never been
what
called.
What just happened right there?
Yeah, I've been called a lot of things. Never effervescent, but we'll take it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Wow, I just had like a brain hole right there. Dave Kanapke. Yeah, I know who you are, but I couldn't tell you what your last name is. Thanks for helping me through that. All right, well, let's talk a little bit about our competitors. The Troy Eagles come in tonight. Interesting, 7-16 overall, 3-11, and you had them on Saturday, coached by Anthony Ferrero, and they took on, I believe it was Ansonia, 46-43 winners, but they were down by 10 and managed to pull that one away.
Yeah, they came back and they took advantage of a late technical on Ansonia, came back. Pretty balanced scoring overall. They have Brooklyn Levy, a very good point guard, kind of does it all. She had 12. Riley Orange had 12. They're on the season, they have three girls right at 7.3 and 7.4. Those two, Orange and Levy, and Kathleen Johnson right at 7.
Yep.
Rain Wilkins and Karis Miller also at 5. They're in the Three Rivers Conference that was formed a couple years ago. That was won by Bethel this year. They finished
14-0 in the
14-0, followed by Miami East, Milton Union, Covington, Northridge, and then Troy Christian was tied with Lehman, and then Riverside, the 8 schools. And they're a solid team. Troy Christian's had some pretty good, especially on the boys' side, they've had some really good teams through the years.
Yeah, and some girls, good football they've had.
Yeah. They're 7-16. They look like a much better and much more athletic team than what their record would indicate.
All right, so that's one side of the contest tonight. On the other side, a team that you and I are probably a little bit more familiar with, Coach Carla Siegel and her Lady Fort Loramie Redskins. And oh boy, these young ladies know how to play some basketball. I've got them down for 21-2 overall, 11-1 in the Scal. Was not a walkaway this year in the Shelby County Athletic League in the dual round robin format. Rushi got them late to make it interesting, but that was their only conference loss.
That was only their loss, and that was their first loss in the conference after 59 straight wins. And after that loss, they went on that next Saturday to beat Liberty Benton, who's state ranked, by 5.
That's a big win, yeah.
Yeah, and then they beat Marion by 6 in overtime. They have the Player of the Year in the Shelby County League, and Ava Turner. She was the Seniors Player of the Year. Avery Brandewee, both those girls in double figures. She's a first-teamer. You got Coach Carla Siegel, 512 wins.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good. She's got an 808 winning percentage.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Crazy good. And some people thought they'd have a little bit of an off year this year. This is no off year.
This is not an off year. This is a typical year.
Yes.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip,
Doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
And we're going to hear from the starting lineup for the Troy Christian Lady Eagles. Love to see their head coach out there on the floor cheering them on. This is number 1, 5'10" junior, averaging 7.4 a game, Brooklyn Levy. Number 4, 5'8" freshman forward, 7.4 per game. Number 5, 5'6" freshman, 5.5 per game, Rain Wilkins. Hope Carroll, number 22, senior, 5'7" forward, averages just over 2 per game. And then the final starter, making her way through security there, Kathleen Johnson, 5'10" junior forward. She averages just over 7.1 again. Anthony Ferrero, your head coach for the Troy Christian Eagles. Again, thank you to Emerson Copeland Technologies for sponsoring our starters. Here's your home team for tonight's game, the Fort Loramie Lady Redskins, again coached by Carla Siegel. And this will be number 11, as you mentioned, the Shelby County Athletic League Player of the Year, right? 10 points per game, Ava Turner. And she's a 5'8" senior guard. Next starting, Victoria Mesher, 6-foot sophomore forward. Number 21, averages 7.9 per game. Next, number 22, 5'10" junior guard, Skylar Albers, comes in over 8 points a game. Number 30, 5'5" junior guard, Jaden Rose. And then finally, rounding out the starting lineup for the Lady Redskins, number 40, 5'10" sophomore forward, 11.7 points per game, Avery Brandewy. And for a sophomore to crack this roster and score almost 12 points per game, first teamer in the Shelby County Athletic League, that's something else.
Yeah, that's something else. There's a good our keys to the game brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. First, Troy Christian Eagles. When you play Fort Loramie, you got to be able to handle the pressure.
Yeah.
They will come at it. You got to do. They're going to have to take advantage of any opportunity they get in the half court, and that includes the other key is to be better on the free throws. They only shoot a little over 50% on their free throws. They got to shoot better than that. For Fort Loramie, Coach Siegel, kind enough to give us some keys. She wants to play Loramie ball for 4 quarters, need more consistency. She wants to contain Levy and Johnson, the 2 athletic players. And then finally, they want to, on offense, they want to move the ball and get good looks. So those are your keys to the game. Brought to you by Keyhole Pizza.
Thanks to our friends by Chunky Bob. A little turnover coming the other way. Turner, a little runner all the way down the right side of the lane. That is Avery Brandewy, speaking of the junior standout. And she's up at the first bucket of the night. And here comes that pressure, Dave, like you said. And we're going to get a 5-second violation on the baseline, so a turnover as a result of that. You saw that whole Fort Loramie team with the exception of their big at center court there.
Yeah, it's coming, and I think Troy Christian froze up, but it's hard to mimic that in practice.
Well, it is, especially at the level that Fort Loramie executes on their defense. It is remarkable. Thought about a 3 there by Albers, now back up top. This is Rose with it. Around to Brandewy. Back to Albers, and you see kind of a 2-3 zone being played now by the Eagles. Nice job of leaking down into the lane by Victoria Mesher, making herself available. Little 8-foot jumper is good, and we're going to get a foul right in front of the Eagles bench. And that'll be Ava Turner with her first.
Coach Siegel talked about one of her keys was on offense, move the ball to get good looks. That last possession was exactly what she wants there.
Sure was.
As Victoria Mesher flashed open in the middle to get the basket.
And there's another takeaway. Ava Turner coming quickly down the other way. She goes into the lane, kind of loses the handle, And right there to put it in, Victoria Mesher, and she's got a pair of field goals, and Coach Ferraro's going to want to think things over. We're going to get a precision strip 30-second timeout. Let's just go ahead and keep it here, Dave, since it's a short one. And Fort Loramie off to the races, 6-0 on the First National Bank scoreboard.
Off to the races. I mentioned on Troy Christian how Brooklyn Levy is a very good athlete. Well, Fort Loramie has a whole team of athletes, especially their 5. Some of their stats, very balanced scoring, more balanced than probably other years. Brandyway just under 12, Turner at 10. Then you have Mesher and Albers right at 8. Coach Siegel has a lot of weapons. Like I said, some people were thinking going into this season they might be a little bit off, maybe not as good as Loramie, but every year Coach Siegel, her teams get better and better and better as the year goes on.
Well, they've got a huge pipeline, and you're going to probably see a lot of these kids on the floor tonight. And a uncharacteristic turnover there. Oh, yeah, by the Redskins. Yeah, now Troy Christian coming the other way. Nice turnaround, middle of the lane. And that is Kathleen Johnson with her first field goal, 6-2 on the First National Bank scoreboard. Nice job there by the Eagles of tipping away that pass and then pouncing on that Loramie player down there to tie the ball up and get it.
Alden possession will make it a turnover there. Yeah, they have a couple threats. Levy underneath, or Johnson underneath, Levy from all over, and Rain Wilkins is a nice shooter.
And here's
Wilkins.
Got
to handle the pressure.
Yeah, interesting mismatch there with Rose covering Wilkins, probably a 6-inch height difference, but Wilkins doing a nice job. And here we are now in the half-court offense. Wilkins with it, guarded there by Rose. Now deep in the corner to Levy. She'll take a jumper baseline, no good, and then she scrambles for the rebound and gets it. And they're going to say foul against the Lady Redskins. And that'll be against Skylar Albers, her first personal, team second.
Good job there by Brooklyn Levy to keep it alive. What you want to do right now is just hang in this game. You can't get way behind and then the game's over. They're trying to do that so far.
Yeah, the way you're right, Dave. The way this Redskin defense plays, once you get in a hole, it is nigh to impossible to dig yourself out of that hole. Absolutely. Hope Carroll is inbounding here for the Lady Eagles. She gets it into Levy. Nice bounce pass. Guarded there closely by Mesher. Levy, a little runner down the baseline, no good. Loramie battles for the rebound. Now it's decided Loramie's got it. We'll come the other way. Rose with it. She finds Mesher, right side. Brandywee, a little shot fake, high off the glass, no good. Down with it is Levy. And she walks. Again, pressure right there. Nothing is for sure with this Loramie team. Even a air quote routine rebound turns into a turnover because of the pressure by Brandywee.
Yeah, credit. I think it was also Victoria Mesher there. They didn't back off from the rebound. They stayed right there just enough to cause a turnover by Levy.
Speaking of turnovers, Rain Wilkins pokes it free. Now she pounces on it. And a little handoff, if you will, to Riley Orange.
Able to keep it alive and pretty scrappy there. There's a few handoffs, a little bit of a scrum there.
Yep, Skylar Albers in the middle of that for the Lady Redskins. Bounce pass into triple coverage. Ill advised, coming the other way. This is Avery Brandywee. She stops, left block, cross to Turner. A little soft floater for 2. Ava Turner now in the scorebooks with her first field goal, 8-2 Redskins.
Typical Fort Loramie. You push the tempo, try to get the layup yourself. You can't. You do it again right here. Wow.
And Ava Turner now with a couple of back-to-back scores, and she's going to get the opportunity now for the end one as she is fouled on her way to the rack, and that is going to go against Rain Wilkins, her first.
That was a good left-handed shot. Not very many high school basketball players, boys or girls, will be able to follow through with a left-handed shot like Ava Turner did on that one.
Man, I hated practicing left-handed layups, Dave. I'll tell you what.
Number 41, Summer Hoying into the game.
And shooter's roll not there for Turner, but the stick back by none other than Summer Hoying. So into the lineup and into the scores book. And we're going to get a backcourt violation, as you saw right there. Great job by the official. Karis Miller was on the offensive side of the midcourt stripe, and she threw it to a teammate who was on the defensive side.
Yeah, good pressure once again. It's caused the 5th turnover as well. Carissa Meyer into the game, a 5'8 junior for the Redskins.
Again, 2-3 zone by the Eagles. Entry pass to Mesher up and off the glass, count that one. So 3 field goals for Victoria Mesher. Comes in averaging almost 8 per game. She's got 6. 14-2 on the First National Bank scoreboard. 4:25 to go here in the first. And a block and rebound for the Eagles. Now we got Wilkins trapped, and away with it is Mesher. Watching Fort Loramie these last few years, it feels like there's like 7 kids on the floor to like 3 for the other team. When they're playing defense, they're just everywhere.
And they're hardly missing either. I got them for 8 of 9 already.
Long ball, no good there. Little air ball. Karis Miller unable to connect. And it'll go out of bounds off of Brooklyn Levy. And Fort Loramie will come the other way. 16-2, 3:54 to go here in the first. Thanks for joining us, Scott Fry and Dave Kanapke. Now I remember your last name.
Yeah, we met once or twice.
Once or twice. We've done this a time or two.
Yeah.
Usually in Minster. Tonight we're out of town, Shelby County, Sidney High School. Thanks to Mitch Hoying, the athletic director, site manager for the tournament here. Thanks to him and his team for having us.
Alex Rose in the game, number 23 with the basketball.
Back up top, this is Mesher. Now a little give and go down the right side to Mesher. Kicks out to Alex Rose. Long, no good. And crashing the boards. Carissa Meyer unable to pull that down. You see that knee brace on the right side. So Troy Christian now will come the other way. 16-2. Early lead here for Fort Loramie. In the game for the Eagles, number 14, Christina Brubaker, the freshman. 5'5" guard. And also Josie Hill, number 3, in the game now for the Eagles. And she runs into a wall named Alex Rose and travels, and we'll come the other way.
Could help defense, that double team. You think you have the ball, and all of a sudden somebody else is there. It causes that quick travel like that. 8 turnovers already, and we played less than 5 minutes of basketball.
That is probably, in my opinion, my humble opinion, the thing that Fort Loramie does the best is you see a little give and go there as Summer Hoying misses on that one, rebound to the Eagles. As I was saying, probably the best thing that Loramie does consistently is double team and trap. Boy, they get that second defender, that help defender, to the ball so quickly.
And the way they get this good is, I think, their practices have to be amazing because they always have the depth.
Yeah.
And you have to earn your spot every night.
And you won't see a great drop-off in performance as the ladies off the bench get on the floor. It really is something to behold. Look at that help defense right there. Oh, nice pass coming down the lane, up and in for Karis Miller. Her first field goal, and the Eagles now with 16-4, 2.5 to go in the first.
Only the 5th shot they've had so far. They took advantage of there. A nice steal there by Miller.
Yeah, that was some nice ball movement that time by the Eagles. Nice save in bounds. Levy can't get it, however. And Fort Loramie's Victoria Mesher with it. She does a nice job of running this offense. You hear her yelling, calling the play to get things started. Into Hoying at the right elbow. Now on the wing to Meyer. Goes off a knee and out of bounds. Looks like it'll stay right here.
Ava Turner and Jaden Mesher come back in the game. Only 3 seniors on this Fort Loramie team, so you won't see a huge turnover next year.
Right.
The beat will go on.
Summer Hoying crashing down the lane, good inbound pass, but excellent defense, making it very difficult, in fact, in this case, impossible to make a basket. First National Bank scoreboard reads just under 2 minutes here in the first, 16-4. Thanks for joining us. No place I'd rather be on a 70-degree February day. Pretty amazing. Big block right there by Avery Brandewie, and another turnover committed by Troy Christian. Skip pass across to Turner. Now back up to Turner. Boy, look at that ball movement. Turn, shot off the back of the iron. Nice rebound right there by Brandewie, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line.
Avery Brandewie, good strong player, 5'10" sophomore, leading scorer on the team. Good offensive rebound. She's got a chance for 2 more here.
Pretty nice when you have a sophomore earning all Shelby County Athletic League honors, as that first free throw won't fall. And that is no nonsense, earning all Shelby County Athletic League. That is one excellent Women's Basketball League, as you see a large group of substitutes coming in for the Eagles. Number 4, Riley Orange back in. Number 5, Rain Wilkins back in. Also number 24, Kathleen Johnson back in, and the inbound attempt is tipped out of bounds by Brandewie.
And also Ava Turner, the player of the year. I believe it's the 5th straight year that a Fort Loramie girl has won the player of the year in the Shelby County League. Mac, Kenzie Holscher, some of Jada Rose. It's as you
pretty amazing.
Yeah, you look at some of there's 4 of them with mentions this year. It's Turner with the steal to Brandewie.
Ooh, wow, little in and out and back in again. So Brandewie now with 4 off of the turnover. And again, the All-County honors, Ava Turner player of the year, first team, Brandewie first team, Mesher second team, and Skylar Albers honorable mention as Troy Christian misses that too and has the ball back up top now. And another steal by the Redskins is Rose ahead to Turner. Jump stop back out to Rose, and Fort Loramie just like that back in their half-court offense. I think that shot might have been touched by Wilkins. No good back up top. Skylar Albers with it. I'm sorry. Turner leaks down the left side of the key. Can't get that one to go. Nice rebound there. And good ball movement coming out of the pressure. Very nice by the Eagles, and they get into their half-court offense. Well, even when you get a nice pass, the defense is right there with it. You know, Rain Wilkins was open down there. But again, a little bit too much air into that one. Maybe it was easy for Rose to get over there and tip that out. As you see another Rose, Alex Rose. A rose by another name is still a rose.
Good one a day after Valentine. Man. You're just waiting all game for that one. Got it in the first quarter.
Somewhere Mrs. Fry is rolling her eyes. Like
again.
Always. Wilkins over to Hill. Josie Hill with it. Long 3, a little bit too long. That was Riley Orange missing. And Rose in trouble with it. Alex comes back to help her out. 19-4, almost the end of the first. A short 3 attempt. That's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to bring an end to the first period of play here at Sidney High School. The Fort Loramie Lady Redskins 19, the Troy Christian Lady Eagles 4 here on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County has a job for you. Grand Lake Health System has over 800 employees. Included is Joint Township District Memorial Hospital and multiple physician practices. And we're now hiring a variety of positions that fit all education and skill levels. Plus, you'll get a great benefit package offered to both full and part-time workers. Join this rewarding career and help your community in the process. Contact Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County for all your employment needs.
Welcome back to the Hive, home of the Yellow Jackets here at Sidney High School. Scott Fry, Dave Kanapke with you. Ladies High School basketball action. And if you want to watch the replay of this one, we are always happy to bring those to you on NKTelco Channel 3 or in high definition on Channel 503. Catch this one again Tuesday, March 14th at 5 p.m. and Saturday the 18th at 10 a.m. And always check out all the games we do are on demand at YouTube, on Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. Fort Loramie 19-4 on the First National Bank scoreboard as we get started in the second period. Skip pass across to Turner. Boy, Loramie just moving the ball around the perimeter, looking for the open shot, and there it is. Skylar Albers, nothing but net for the 3, 22-4.
First point for Albers. Three-point shot is not a big part of Fort Loramie's offense. That's only their 54th on the season, so less than 3 a game, but good form there by Albers, and she also comes up with a steal and misses the layup.
Turner right there, though, to pull down the rebound, and now Ava Turner with 6 for the Redskins.
In the first quarter, they shot 9 of 16. Other key stat, they forced 10 turnovers to Troy Christian. Troy Christian only shot 2 of 8.
Wilkins high off the glass and in. Rain Wilkins is on the board with a field goal. 24-6, a little Wednesday night football score, Dave. Oh, nice work right there. Ava Turner finding the open Redskin. That is number 12. Sorry, I kind of blanked on you there. Carissa Meyer. She's got her first field goal.
Yeah, nice unselfish pass there.
Yeah.
Turner, player of the year in the Shelby County League, gives it to her teammate.
She probably could have fired up a three there. She had some space, but again, the higher percentage make. And Skylar Albers goes down right in front of the Loramie bench.
She ran into a tough screen.
Yeah. And again, underneath, Turner to Meyer, misses. Troy Christian doing a nice job, I will say, on the defensive rebounds. They're playing them tough, but again, Fort Loramie 20-point lead, 6:15 to go, 26-6.
The turnovers have killed them. When they've been able to get in the half-court set, they haven't been bad, but Fort Loramie just speeds you up.
Yeah.
You try to pass it faster, you try to shoot it faster.
Yeah, they force you into some bad decisions. And Troy Christian has made some turnovers. They've taken the ball away a little bit, but again, against this defense, that's where the struggle has been. They haven't really played defensively themselves. Here goes Wilkins down the right side, throws up a little teardrop, tips it back in. Nice job by Kathleen Johnson to grab it. Can't make that one good. And I think we're going to get a foul on that rebound as Carissa Meyer came away with it.
A couple chances there for Troy Christian. They just couldn't quite do it.
Kathleen Johnson picks up her first personal, team third.
And you look at the height that Fort Loramie has, like they always do. You have Victoria Mesher at 6 foot, Skylar Albers at 5'10", Avery Brandewy at 5'10". Year in, year out, they grow them tall.
They grow them tall in Fort Loramie. You are exactly correct, sir. Flashing up the key. Brandewy up and in. Count that one. And I've got her, I think, for 6.
7.
7.
Yeah. While we're talking about Fort Loramie, I'd like to do a shout out to Caleb Maurer, won over 1,000 points.
Yes,
in the game against Russia. Also, congratulate Carter Plyman of Botkins. Won over 1,000 points. And he was named Player of the Year in the boys, which there's a lot of tough competition at the boys level to get Player of the Game. In Shelby County League, if you're in first team, that's 5 players.
That's 5 really good players.
You're in second team, it's still 5 really good players. So congratulations to all of them that we've gotten Shelby County League recognition.
Underneath, holding with it. She'll kick back out. Mesher thought about it. Sorry, I cut you off there. Yeah, congratulations to all conference honors, both boys and girls, all around the area. Hoying with the miss, and we're going to get a foul on that rebound as Avery Brandewy hits the deck kind of hard. Riley Orange, her first, team 4th. 28-6 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Fort Loramie with a 22-point lead, 4:54 to go in the second. Long three, no good. Nice rebound right there by Christina Brubaker. Ahead to Wilkins. Levy stops for 3. Long off the back iron. Nice closeout by Brandewy. Pulls down a big rebound. It will come the other way. Ahead to Mesher. One dribble and up. Kind of partially blocked. Levy down with it. Will come the other way. Levy guarded there by Brandewy. Now she's double teamed right in front of the Loramie bench. She drops a shoulder, and we're going to get a foul, and we're going to get body called on Brandewy. Her first personal, team 3rd. But there's another example of how quickly that help defense comes over and traps for Coach Siegel and these Lady Redskins. Got Levy in bad traffic, as you say, right in front of the Fort Loramie bench. Now with the ball, that's Karis Miller across to Rain Wilkins. She's D'd up there by Mesher. Dribbles right into a double team and off the fingertips of Levy. And out of bounds.
Just looking up on Twitter, Dr. Weichel, who serves as his team doctor. He had a pretty good stat here. This year, Fort Loramie finished number 2 in the poll. The last 4 years, they finished at number 1. 4 years.
I guess that's the off year everybody was talking about, right?
Yeah, off year they went all the way down to 2.
Yeah, Doc Weichel is a master of stats and records and backstory, so great follow on Twitter if you like such things.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier about they've had 5 straight Player of the Years in girls. If I can bring it up here at some point, we'll have a timeout by Fort Loramie, 30-second timeout.
Yeah, keep going. We'll keep it right here.
Yeah, here it is. Found it. This year was Ava Turner. Last year was Ava Scholtes, very good player.
Yep.
Year before, Kenzie Holscher, great volleyball.
Boy, wonderful volleyball and basketball
player. In 20, Dana Rose, a great player. I think she's playing at Tiffin, I believe. Marissa Myring started to run at 19. So, again, the 5 in a row, Marissa Myring, Dana Rose, Kenzie Holscher, Ava Scholtes, Ava Turner, some prominent names in Fort Loramie history. And it's probably like a dozen more prominent names through the years. So.
I'm kind of surprised Kenzie Holscher's been gone 2 years. When you said that name, I thought, oh my gosh, you're right, 2 years. Great to watch her on the volleyball floor as well. And I just want to let everyone know that I am 1 for 1 from the floor. My Diet Mountain Dew found the bottom of the trash barrel, nothing but trash bag.
Yeah, it was over some tough defense, too.
Yeah, just me.
Yeah.
So dribbling around now is Hope Carroll. Dishes it out to Josie Hill. Back up top to Carroll. Again, this Loramie defense making it very difficult to get anything inside. And ahead now, Skylar Albers. Finish off the glass. Cannot do it, but right behind her is Victoria Mesher, and the first player, by my reckoning, into double digits with 10.
How many times tonight Fort Loramie's missed one shot, but they scored on an offensive rebound? Efficiency on that possession comes through there, and there's another steal there.
This time, Carissa Meyer, the junior, little give to Turner, won't go, and she's fouled. So got the harm, did not get the hoop, and that'll be Karis Miller, her first, team 5th.
Talking about Fort Loramie excellence the last 5 years before this year. 25-2, 29-1, 26-0, 26-2. Then their off year to start this was a mere 22-6. That's been their last 6 years with you add 21-2 on top of that.
What did you say? They had 59 straight, Shelby County Athletic League wins.
Here's the stat I think is the most amazing. 11 of the last 13 years they have been to the regional finals or more.
That is
amazing.
That is amazing. So Ava Turner makes a pair of free throws there. That gives her 8 points on the night. 32-6, Fort Loramie with the 26-point lead. 2:52 to go on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. And walking it over is Josie Hill. And Skylar Albers will D her up. She dribbles right into a double team. This time they're going to get Albers for her second personal foul. Team 4th. Again, away, or as they say, on the floor, not a shooting situation. Inbounding will be Josie Hill into Levy. Loramie's done a great job of just erasing Brooklyn Levy so far. Levy 0 for on the night, the leading scorer for this Eagles team. Down inside, Brandewee goes to work, and she is fouled on the arm. There were 2 Eagles down there. We'll see. They're going to assess that against Josie Hill, her second. Josie Hill. Saying that wrong. My apologies. Brandewee hits the first one.
Back in the game, Alex Rose, 5'9" junior. Pretty well an 8-person rotation for Coach Siegel. 2 straight for Avery Brandewee.
34-6, another Wednesday night football score, if you will. And Josie Hill, excuse me, I hate that I was getting that wrong. Double team, far side, manages to get out of it. Now we're going to get a backcourt violation as Kathleen Johnson loses the handle. But again, Fort Loramie made that such a difficult pass that Johnson almost had no shot at even getting the pass. Came in at such an awkward angle.
Yeah, that's all 17 turnovers. I like to say caused by the Fort Loramie defense, not committed so much.
There haven't been a lot of giveaways, Dave. No. You're exactly right. Yeah. Now Brandewee with it. 11-footer, won't fall. She's hacked on the arm, as they say. I think this is going to go against Rain Wilkins, and it does. Her second, team 7th. So Brandewee now will come to the line and shoot 2 more. 77% free throw shooter, best on the team.
In and out as a team.
Oh, man, sorry about that.
Yeah, just jinxed her.
Just jinxed her, yep.
They, as a team, they shoot 67%. 27% on their threes, so not great three-point shooting team. 40% field goals, that's pretty good. As a team, they average 52. They only give up 30 on a game-by-game basis.
Into the game now for the Redskins. Bryn Holland, number 43, is checked in. Back in for the Eagles, Riley Orange, number 4. You see her now. Levy with it. Kicks back out to Carroll. Up top to Wilkins. Again, you see Fort Loramie just content to play man on man. Nothing inside. Orange with it. Now the long three. Count that one. Nice shot right there for Jossie Hill. Her first basket is a three. 35-9, the Redskins lead.
Good look there by Hill.
Little high-low, outside in, and Carissa Meyer drains her three. So a three answered with a three. That's 5 for Meyer.
Loramie says, you make a three, we can make it if we want to. They just don't need to a lot of times.
Oh, and I think Jossie Hill got poked in the eye as Jaden Rose is called for her first personal. Checking in for the Eagles is number 21, Karis Miller. That'll give Jossie Hill a break. As you see her, I'm good, laughing her way to the bench.
For Troy Christian's a team that's not normally at this sectional. They usually go south or they go into Pickwas sectional, but every year they tweak it a little bit. And this year they're in the Sidney. There's a shot.
Up and in. Nice drive down into the trees. Hope Carroll, the senior. Man, nice job. Bryn Holland backs the defense down, then a little turnaround high off the glass. And we're under the last minute of the second quarter. 42-11, Fort Loramie leads on the First National Bank scoreboard.
7 Redskins have scored so far. Probably 7 Redskins have stolen the ball or caused a turnover as well.
And that one tipped out of bounds. And Avery Brandewee will inbound for Coach Siegel. And you mentioned 519 wins. 512.
512. She won over 500 early this year.
Ooh, that's crazy.
It's the same day as Paul Bremergen from Verushi got his 500. The odds of that, the odds of having 2 500 win coaches
the same conference,
and then to get their 500th on the same night is pretty amazing.
That is, you're right.
Good shared spotlight for both of them.
Alex Rose a little short on that one, chases it down, gets her own rebound out to Jaden Rose, and then Troy Christian ends up coming away with it. Hope Carroll up and off, left side, no good. Holland can't pull the rebound. Carroll finds it, finishes, and just at the buzzer, Hope Carroll hits her second field goal. 40-13 here at the half. They're going to put 10 minutes on the clock. We'll come back a few minutes early so Dave can give us our halftime stats. But, Fort Loramie seemingly has things in control. They lead 40-13 here on NKTelco Sports.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
Hey, welcome back to the Hive at Sidney High School. Scott Fry, Dave Kanapke with you. It is halftime, 40-13, Fort Loramie with a 27-point margin of error to play with going into the second half. Let's hear a little bit about how we got there from a shooting perspective. Dave, take it away, sir.
Yeah, for Fort Loramie, let me total up my numbers. I got talking at halftime. 1, 2, 3, 4 of 10. They made 2 free throws. Okay, they were shot. In that quarter, they shot 6 of 13. So overall, they are, they're 15 of 29. Very good shooting.
Yeah, man, over 500. That is shooting the lights out.
2 of 3 on their three-pointers. Again, neither one of their strong suits. Compared to Troy Christian, they shot 6 of 16 in that half. Turnovers have been a big. 18 turnovers against Troy Christian, only 4 for Fort Loramie. 12 turnovers or 12 rebounds for Fort Loramie. 5 of those offensive compared to, looks like it's 10 rebounds for Troy Christian. Individual scoring, Troy Christian, Hope Carroll with 4, Jossie Hill with 3, Rain Wilkins with 2, Karis Miller with 2, Kathleen Johnson with 2. For Fort Loramie, had a couple players in double figures with Ava Turner with 10, Avery Brandowy with 10, Victoria Mesher with 8, Carissa Myring with 5 points off the bench, Summer Hoying and Bryn Holland with 2 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different players has scored for Fort Loramie. And the other point on the Troy Christian side, their leading scorer, Brooklyn Levy, has not scored, and that's no accident. That was a point of emphasis by Coach
Yeah,
Carlos
that was
Siegel.
one of the keys, is she wanted to contain, I think the word was.
Yeah, I think this is a good type of game. We can review the keys for Fort Loramie because they hit on every one of them. Number one, play Loramie ball for 4 quarters. They got 2 quarters. They definitely do Loramie ball.
Yeah.
Second one is contain Levy and Johnson. Johnson has 2. Levy was 0. So there's another check.
That's you tick that box. Yep.
And then the other one is on offense, move the ball and get good looks. Definitely several times.
And a couple of second chance.
Yeah, second
Did you say
chance.
they had 5 offensive rebounds?
5 offensive rebounds. I don't keep track of this.
I bet you
I'm
they
sure
scored
4
at
of
least
them.
4 of those. Yeah.
It seemed like talked about several times they would miss, get the rebound, and put it in.
Well, they were 15 of 29 from the floor, and there was probably 4 bunnies they missed in transition.
Yes.
And a couple of those were those second chance, then they were able to finish. Let's talk for a minute about the brackets. Bigger picture, zoom the lens out a little bit. The matinee, if you were here with us, Jackson Center Tigers took care of business against the Calvary Christian Spartans from over Bellefontaine Way, 49-9. Very impressive win for Tiffany Brown and her crew. So they will take on the winner of this game here. I would say still undecided. I mean, 27-point margin. I hate to just say, well, this is over. That's not fair, nor is it good. I would say that Fort Loramie's got it pretty well in hand. So winner of this will take on Jackson Center. Bottom half looks like this. Cedarville is going to take on, I don't have down in the Versailles half, who won Pleasant Hill Newton versus, I think Newton won that, against Southeastern. I'm not sure. And then the bottom half, Covington is going to take on Dayton Miami Valley. And those are actually tomorrow. Yep, in Versailles. So Troy Christian draws first blood here in the second half. Hope Carroll, their leading scorer, now with 6.
And before you can say good shot by Hope Carroll, they push it the other way. Skylar Halbers banks it home. Ava Turner with the basket.
I was just looking up from notching the points scored by Troy Christian, and Loramie had 1 through the cylinder. And now we're coming the other way. This is Victoria Mesher at the volleyball 10-foot line. She's defended there by Hope Carroll. Brandewee gives to Turner, a little spinner around, hits the B button down the left side, and denied. I'll tell you what, I'm impressed by the defense of one Rain Wilkins. She has denied a few baskets, and that was one of them right there against the Scout Player of the Year.
You have to keep an eye on Troy Christian as they have kind of unforced there. They only have 2 seniors. Hope Carroll is one of them. The other, Jewel Myers, probably get in this game later. It's keep an eye on this team next couple of years. I think you got some athletes,
Sure
a couple
do.
freshmen in the starting lineup, and Riley Orange and Rain Wilkins.
Yeah, Rain Wilkins, number 5 there. She's a freshman, 5'6". They've got her in the book as a guard. And up and off the glass, that is Victoria Mesher. So picking up right where she left off in the first half. She's got a dozen, leads all scorers. Loramie with 3 ladies in double digits. Rose up and off the glass. She is fouled on her way to the rack. Hope Carroll, the guilty party there. Her first.
Alex Rose, good drive to the basket. She kind of made space to draw the foul when she went in. Hasn't scored yet today, but she's one of those that she just makes everybody else flow. It's kind of the glue that makes everybody else better.
Utility
handles
player.
the ball a lot.
Yep.
She's able to be rewarded with the free throw there.
So the first one good for Jaden Rose, 58% free throw shooter, averaging 2.3 per game, and she's sitting right at 2. 6:41 to go. 46-15, the lead for Fort Loramie. And Rain Wilkins gives to Carroll. Over to Levy. Levy again held scoreless in that first half. Nice entry pass with a walk there. Stutter step. Kathleen Johnson knew it immediately.
She got the ball, turned around. There was 2 people and all of a sudden 3 people, and she got a little panicky there, which was what the Fort Loramie defense will do to you with a 31-point lead.
Get you all turned inside out and upside down. Ava Turner with it. Guarded there by Riley Orange. Now inside to Brandewee. She stops about 8 feet out. Off the back of the iron. Battle for the rebound. And they're going to get a push on number 5. And while she has played excellent defense tonight, Dave, she's gotten herself in a little bit of foul trouble. Rain Wilkins with her 3rd personal.
Yeah, 3rd fouls is easy to get to this foul trouble against this excellent Fort Loramie team. Again, if you couldn't catch our stat, they're number 2 ranked this year after being number 1 at the end of the season the last 4 years.
Pretty amazing. String of excellence. Long 3-ball in and out for Skylar Albers, and we will come the other way. This is Brooklyn Levy. She's going to try the coast-to-coast move. Stops, pops, high arcing ball, no good. Down with it is Jaden Rose, and now ahead for Turner. Up and off the glass, no good. Great job of seeing the floor, though, by Jaden Rose. They always, coaches always barking at him, hey, look up, look up, look up, and that was a good sign of it right there.
Talked about the rankings, of course, ahead of Fort Loramie in the rankings is undefeated Tri-Village Patriots. They've been pretty hyped up.
Yeah.
Riley Sagester, Morgan Hunt. We've heard those girls have played all 4 years, and can they make the next step? They got beaten regional last year. Can they make it to state this year?
Boy, Hope Carroll with a nice little move in the lane after getting that entry pass up and in for 8. And Riley Sagester, you mentioned, I believe she's going to be playing at Marshall.
I think you're right, yep.
That's a big deal. That's a former MAC school. I think they're in the in that conference with UC, like something
Conference USA?
Conference.
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Sagester's a fine young basketball player.
Yeah, they have. Last year they lost, and last year, who was it? Country Day came out of the regional, knocked off Fort Loramie, knocked off Tri-Village, but then they got knocked off by New Knoxville Rangers in the state semifinals, who Rangers lost in the finals. But so we'll see that Southwest District. A lot of times you have a MAC team goes down there as well.
Yep.
Right now it's in this year is the case. If the Walpock District, whoever wins that, will play. There's another turnover. Will play Tri-Village if they make it that far.
Right.
And if the number 1 seeds go the rest of the way, it would be Russia and Fort Loramie. Now it's just all, us announcers projecting. There's still a lot of games to be played, but that's how it would line up. And wow, that's some top. It's for the top 7 or something like that.
Yeah, and I think the Marion Local Flyers are in the mix in that. Aren't they in the Walpock?
They're in the Walpock District. They're the number 1 seed.
Yep. So that's going to be really fun to watch. And we're going to come the other way. Ava Turner with it. She's got Albers with her. Turner's going to take it all the way home, and she gets that one to drop, and she's in like a crate full of eggs with a dozen. 48-17, 31-point deficit again, just under 4 minutes here in the third. Thank you very much for joining us. I wonder if that gentleman's selling hot dogs. Oh, he's giving them away. I wonder if he will climb up into the crow's nest.
Should we wave up to it? Wave up to him?
I thought maybe he was selling them, but if he's going to give them, he could throw them up here.
Yeah, I think he could throw it up here. I think he looks like he's good arm. And
man, I don't know.
We kind of hustled to the game quick.
I think we're going to get left out here, Dave.
Wow,
I mean, I need a hot dog like I need a hole in the head, but boy, it sure looks good right now.
Yeah, he's
Are you really at a sporting event if you haven't had a hot dog? Because I haven't had a hot dog.
That's right. I have. So I was at a sporting event. So it's good job. Good job by the concession stands here at Sidney High School. They have a whole bunch of games here.
Very friendly bunch. Yeah, we're going to get a foul called on Summer Hoying. That's her first personal. First team foul against the Redskins. Excuse me, second team foul against the Redskins. My apologies. And Levy's going to bounce pass inbound to Carroll. Now gives back to Levy. She's going to try to left side. Double team shuts it down. And now we're going to get a little dribble weave. Stop and pop. Long three. Count that. Jossie Hill, 2 for 2 beyond the arc.
Yes. Nice shot there as she drains it.
51-17 now, Fort Loramie with a 24-point lead. Albers now takes to three, rattles in and out. That did almost everything except go down the chute. And Brooklyn Levy will walk it over the timeline. Tried to bounce pass to Carroll, who was cutting down into the lane, but she didn't finish that cut, kind of stopped. And Albers backs down the defense up and in. And I've got Skylar Albers now with 5, Dave.
Yes, I do. She's a nice move there by Albers as it goes to a 30-point lead for the Redskins.
This is Levy with it. Now bounce pass into Carroll. Well, I tell you, I hope Carroll is having herself a nice ball game here for the Eagles. She's in double digits now with 10. She scored, I think she went into halftime with 4, and now Coach Siegel's going to want to stop and discuss things. We'll get a precision strip timeout, and we'll go ahead and take it with them. We'll be back here in 30 seconds on NKTelco Sports.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the Internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
Welcome back to the Hive here, home of the Sidney Yellow Jackets, and it is our privilege, Scott Fry and Dave Kanapke, our privilege to bring you Ladies High School Basketball Tournament Edition. 50-22 on the First National Bank scoreboard. Fort Loramie leads by, I believe that's 28.
And the team in the braids, the lady in the braids, it's kind of a tradition Fort Loramie does, at least when they played Sidney, they all braid their hair. And they've had a lot of success here in Sidney through the years. I think they've gone, in about, I don't know the exact numbers, but it's something like over 20 years, they've only not advanced out of here once.
Yeah. Yep.
It's unbelievable.
I would believe that. And interesting, I was talking with Coach Siegel, and she's going to burn another timeout here. Talking with her before the break, and I think we'll share that when we come back from our little break, because that is a full timeout sponsored by Precision Strip here on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
All right, we're live here at Sidney High School. And we were talking about braids before the break of all the things, but if you notice, you watch the Fort Loramie team, to a player, they all have the big double braid, and I was talking with Coach Siegel, and I said, boy, if you would let me know via email before the game, I would also double braid my hair.
Yeah.
You know, because at this point, there's only one NKTelco team here, so we could be a little bit homers and support the Lady Redskins, and of course, if anybody's familiar with my current hair situation, there's no chance I'm going to be double braiding, but we had a good laugh about that, and she said, I can't get him to stop doing that, and it's really hard when she reviews film to tell who's who, especially
to keep the stats. So
for getting stats nailed down. Oftentimes she has to kind of rewind and watch it a couple times. So Troy Christian is not going easily into the good night or whatever that is. They are playing some tough defense right now. A couple new Lady Redskins in. Ariel Heitkamp, number 10, quarterbacking this offense. She has with her Ava Turner, also 41 Summer Hoying, 23 Alex Rose, and 22 Skylar Albers. And Hoying has to kick back out to Albers. And again, very tenacious defense. You see that was Karis Miller defending, but a nice runner down the lane. And Ava Turner now, I've got her for 14.
Yeah, she really nice runner there. Showing why she's the player of the year.
There goes that double team trap. Skylar Albers almost gets the steal. Possession arrow is going to go in favor of Fort Loramie, so the result is a turnover, just not on a steal, but a held ball.
You talked about Troy Christian, they're battling. It's when you're down by 27 at halftime, and it's been easy to pack it in, but they're playing hard, tenacious basketball.
Absolutely.
Just play the buzzer at the end. Ariel Heitkamp, one of the main ball handlers on the JV team, getting some good varsity action here.
Summer Hoying with the 14-footer along the baseline from the short corner, and she's got 4.
Yeah, nice follow through on the jumper.
Again, that defense making it very difficult just to move the ball around or dribble, as Fort Loramie taking away not only the gaps, but just the routes that the ball handlers want to dribble. Redskins are so quick side to side. And how do you not call a hook right there on Hope Carroll? My goodness, her arm was wrapped around that Loramie defender. Either way, it's a turnover, and we're down here in the Loramie end. And Victoria Mesher with a great cut into the lane. Beautiful pass there from Summer Hoying. Mesher hits the bucket and is fouled by Christina Brubaker, number 14, her first personal.
Victoria Mesher now in double figures as well. 3 different players in double figures in Turner, Mesher, and also Allison Brandewy, or Avery Brandewy.
We've got Turner at 14, Mesher at 14, and Brandewy at 10, and make that 15. Victoria Mesher having a very nice night at the offense. The 70% free throw shooter is good on the and one. So a little weave handoff. This is Miller with it. Out to Brubaker. She's going to take it all the way down. Poked away there by Brandewy. It'll stay down here.
Running clock. That will probably end the quarter before.
Sure will. It'll end the quarter. Good call, Dave. So 57-22. We are right at that margin, 35 points, where the running clock has been instituted. When we return, it'll be fourth quarter action. It's girls high school basketball tournament edition. Loramie 57, Troy Christian 22 here on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Welcome back to Sidney High School. Scott Fry, Dave Kanapke. I want to run down my sponsor list here. I meant to do that at halftime. These small businesses purchase ad space. They sponsor our games, and we would certainly be thankful if you would patronize them. And the next stoppage of play, I will go down that list as Karis Miller has the ball guarded by Turner. Miller stops, creates some space. Brubaker skip pass across to Riley Orange, wears number 4, and then Rain Wilkins loses the handle, and we'll head the other way.
27 turnovers all on the Eagles.
That's a bunch. And again, very few of them have been just bad moments. It's been the Fort Loramie defense that's really driven probably 90% of those turnovers. Wide open for 3. Turner, no good. Rebound down with it is Brandewee, no good. She's fouled. And good sportsmanship right there as Kathleen Johnson helps Brandewee to her feet.
Brandewee in the game, and some people might say, here's a running clock. Why do you have your starters in? Well, the other side of this is Kara Siegel needs her players to keep the conditioning up. They're going to need a time in regionals. You're going to have the players are going to have to play most of the fourth quarter, her starters. So, you know, she's not trying to run up the score. She's trying to do what's best for her team.
Absolutely. Big picture here. 12 now for Brandewee. We'll start to see as we get halfway through this fourth quarter, we'll start to see some of the other Lady Redskins come in. Rain Wilkins with the ball now. She's D'd up there by Heitkamp. Wilkins loses the handle and out of bounds. And we'll go the Redskin way. Give you a rundown of our sponsors. Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Copeland Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, Pratt Industries, New Knoxville Supply, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, and NKTelco up and in for Brandewee. Another bucket for the sophomore.
Brandewee now with 14. She's right behind Mesher with 15. Also Turner with 14.
Shoots a blazing 49% from the floor. That is getting it done. And again, all of her stuff is usually the high percentage thing. She plays a lot of time down in the lane. Long 3-ball, no good. And a good chuckle there by Karis Miller. After that, as we have a Redskin on the floor at the hands of Christina Brubaker.
I'd like to mention the gentlemen in stripes, Jacob Hensel, Mark Smith, and Matt Warser is their official.
Sure appreciate the job they're doing tonight. Can't have basketball without officials as much as some folks like to yell at them. They are kind of necessary. Now Turner, left side, can't get that one to go, but Brandewee follows with a rebound. Now Turner with it up and off the glass, no good, and she's fouled.
Once again, the offensive rebounds, and I've missed a few. I've had them 8 offensive rebounds. They've been pretty efficient. In this case, they didn't score a basket off of that, but they got to the lines. Then the result is probably near the same.
Turner, a 63% free throw shooter, averages 10 per game. She's sitting at 15 at the moment. Off comes Brandewee. I got to believe that's probably the end of her night. Little ovation from the Fort Loramie faithful as Alex Rose takes her place on the left side of the lane. And that free throw is a little short, so Turner with 15. And then an up and in. And that was Alex Rose, her first field goal of the night for number 23, the junior.
9 different players have now scored for Fort Loramie.
And there's the double team trap, and that forces a bad pass. And Fort Loramie in transition the other way. Turner can't get it to go down. Great rebound there by Troy Christian's Brubaker. Right side of the lane, Kathleen Johnson couldn't get it to go. Great defense getting back. I think that was Victoria Mesher that walled up against Johnson. 64-22, a 42-point deficit lead for Fort Loramie. Make that 44 as Mesher puts one in off the glass. 17 for Mesher. Other sponsors, Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Cy Sweeterman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hilsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Securicom, and St. Henry Bank. So please, if you can, patronize those local businesses who make it possible all year long for us to bring you high school sports on NKTelco. As Rose, cutting to the basket, takes the pass from Hoying, can't make it. Hoying follows, she can't make it. And Kathleen Johnson will bring it down.
A rare possession where they didn't get some basket there. An empty possession.
Right. 3:20 here in the fourth on the First National Bank scoreboard. Long three ball by Riley Orange. No good. And nothing but hardwood in front of Heitkamp, and she is fouled on her way up. So Ariel Heitkamp, the sophomore guard, will go to the free throw line, courtesy of Rain Wilkins.
Trying to be the 10th Redskin to score today. That's 10 out of, I think, almost everybody who's been on the floor has scored. Well, didn't want to jinx her. Hopefully she can hit the second one.
You might have done that, Dave.
I have that power. As 43, Bryn Holland into the game. And also Jaden Rose into the game. The announcer jinx. It's powerful.
It's powerful, it is. Also into the game now, Carissa Meyer. Ava Turner had a seat. I think Alex is still out there.
She overcame the jinx.
She did. So on the board now is Ariel Heitkamp with a point, 67-22 on the First National Bank scoreboard as we are getting close to the 2-minute warning, and we're going to get a block on Jaden Rose.
And so Fort Loramie will come back on Monday night. They will play their Shelby County League rival in Jackson Center. I don't know the scores off the top, but they beat Jackson Center twice, but Jackson Center can hang into there. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a good Shelby County League battle between the number 1 seed at Fort Loramie Redskins, number 5 seed Jackson Center Tigers.
So on December the 8th, they beat Jackson Center at Jackson Center 46-24. And then at home, they beat them 61-29 on the 19th of January.
Jackson Center's big win this season. They knocked off Russia by 1.
Yep.
So, knocked off Russia, you can knock off Fort Loramie.
Anything's possible.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's why they play the game.
Brooklyn Levy with it, brings it down right side. She's guarded there by Bryn Holland. Now Hope Carroll. Carroll with 10 for the Eagles. Been very impressive tonight against this defense.
She only averages 2, so good night for Carroll.
And Holland with another high shot off the glass. Talk about the bank is open.
Yes.
1 minute warning, 69-22.
Maybe it's open to high noon is what that meant.
High noon, yeah. Speaking of high arcing shots, Rain Wilkins is fouled. And they're going to call that some continuation. So the freshman will go to the free throw line for Coach Ferraro. Anthony Ferraro, the head coach here at Troy Christian. .32 seconds and running. Again, running clock is in effect, so we are into the wee hours here of this one. We're just going to keep it right here when all is said and done as Rain Wilkins makes the back end of her free throws. 20 seconds and running as Wilkins will take a seat. And the Eagles supporters give her a well-deserved ovation. Credit these Troy Christian Eagles. They hung in there and they played their hearts out against this very, very good Fort Loramie team. Long three ball by Jaden Rose is no good. Pulled down there by Brooklyn Levy, and that's going to do it. 69-23 is your final score. Fort Loramie will indeed advance to take on the Jackson Center Lady Tigers in an all-Shelby County Athletic League district semifinal matchup. Right back here in Sidney, but let me run down the individual scoring for you while Dave gets the shooting numbers together. Starting with the Troy Christian Lady Eagles, they will finish their season at 7-17. And scoring goes like this for them. Their leading scorer, Hope Carroll, with 10. Jossie Hill with 6 on a pair of nice threes. Rain Wilkins with 3. And then Karis Miller and Kathleen Johnson each with a field goal 2 apiece for the 23 points scored tonight by the Eagles. And you see here, you always love to see it. Both teams come together at the center of the court for a quiet prayer to wrap up this evening's activities. One thing I love about high school sports, the sportsmanship is excellent. All right, so on the Fort Loramie side of the register, the individual scoring looks like this. Victoria Mesher led all scorers with 17. Very good night at both ends of the floor, really, for the sophomore Lady Redskin. Right behind her are Ava Turner with 15, Avery Brandewie with 14. And then I've got 2 girls with 5. Carissa Meyer, Skylar Albers with 5. Summer Hoying, Bryn Holland, each with 4. Alex Rose, Jaden Rose, each with 2. And then Ariel Heitkamp with that second free throw gets in the scores book. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Lady Redskins scoring tonight. I want to congratulate the coaching staff of Fort Loramie. They advanced 22-2 on the season, and their season very clearly is not done. They have high hopes, the number 2 team in the state in the AP poll. The coaching staff looks like this. Jason Shadow is an assistant. Jason Borchers is an assistant. And then again, we've mentioned a couple of times Carla Siegel, the head coach at Fort Loramie. And now Dave gives me the thumbs up, and he's ready to drop us some statistics in the Wagner's IGA. Final stats of the night, Dave.
Thanks, Scott. First for Troy Christian Eagles, they shot 9 of 28 from the field, 8 of 21 on their 2-pointers, 1 of 7 for their 3-pointers. Fort Loramie, 25 of 15, 23 of 43 inside the arc, 2 of 8 outside the arc. A very excellent 12 of 16 from the free throw line. Turnovers a big story tonight. Only 6 turnovers for Fort Loramie, but their defense caused 29 turnovers. Rebounding in favor of Fort Loramie. The final numbers is Fort Loramie 23, Troy Christian with 17. So Fort Loramie goes to 22-2 overall. They'll come back on Monday night, try to advance out of this Sidney sectional. And, we talked about it. They checked all the boxes. The 3 keys Coach Siegel had.
Yeah, they did.
Played Loramie basketball for 4 quarters, check. Contained Levy and Johnson, check. Offense, move the ball and get good looks. 3 checks there.
Check.
Yeah, the beat goes on for Coach Redskins, and we wish them all the luck as they go down the tournament trail.
Absolutely. And we've got one more piece of business. As is customary here in NKTelco Sports, we like to recognize one standout player for their success, their effort in tonight's contest. And tonight it's going to be Victoria Mesher. She scored 17 points, and she is our NKTelco player of the game.
Yeah, nice game by Victoria Mesher, just a sophomore, 6 foot. Had a nice game, 17. That's over her average of 8, but balanced scoring overall. Turner with 15, Brandon with 14, and 10 players have scored. But congratulations, Victoria Mesher, our player of the game.
All right. Well, for Dave Knapke, I'm Scott Fry. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We will be back here tomorrow night, and by we, I mean Brandon Coverman. Neither of us will be here, but we is in NKTelco, and we are going to be covering more girls sectional basketball tournament Division 4. So if you like girls basketball, this is the place to hang out. So thanks for hanging out tonight with us in Sidney. Fort Loramie 69, Troy Christian 23 here on NKTelco Sports.